welcome. Thanks for joining us. All set to bring you MLB The Show's Game of the Week. It's the Arizona Diamondbacks going up against the New York Mets. All right, Senga, let's talk about the man on the mound. He has been lights out lately.
You're not kidding, Boog. I mean, look at these stats. He's got hitters guessing on every pitch. I'm excited to see if he can maintain his dominance in this one.
We'll be back to get this one started after this. Just about ready to roll, and towing the slab here, Kodai Senga. And singing, it's not hard to see, he's been outstanding.
Well, you just take a look at the numbers, ERA in the low ones. He's clearly been one of the best pitchers in the league this year. I mean, just dynamic stuff. It's electric as well as it comes through the zone. Hitters trying to figure out what he's doing. So hard to think with. And the only bad thing for him is that your ERA can really only go up. It's hard to take it down lower unless you throw a shutout. So we'll see what he's got in this one.
And there's a rocket into the outfield. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Well, a swing like that can help you come out of this struggle. We saw the numbers coming into the ball game, but all he's trying to do at this point is help his team win.
Next up for the Diamondbacks, Geraldo Perdomo. That one fouled off.
If it were an average catcher behind the plate, I'd say take second base, but this isn't a catcher you want to run on.
Runner on the go, on the ground. And it finds its way through for a hit. And they're at the corners with nobody out.
Back-to-back base hits. Not much to this one other than just a willingness to go the other way and put the ball in play. That's a team at bat right there. Nice job of staying back and letting the ball get deep.
And a dangerous hitter coming to the plate. Ketel Marte up to the plate. Good power. Not great in the OBP department. And he hits a ground ball right side, and it's through for a hit. And they strike first as they take a 1-0 lead.
Stringing them together, that's 3 hits in a row. Just one of those seeing eye base hits through the infield. He just kind of rolled over on it a little bit, but sometimes those can find a hole and get you a knock.
So now it's the 4-hole hitter, Eugenio Suarez. Yeah, that's fouled off.
It's great to get on the board in the first frame of the ball game, but here's an opportunity for them to really open things up with a couple of runners on. Let's see if they can cash in.
The pitch. Swings through that one for strike 2.
No ball, 2 strikes.
Swings through that, and it's a strikeout. And 1 out now.
Just a great slider right there. And I think the key for pitchers and what hitters don't want to see is if a pitcher misses with that pitch, that he misses off the edge of the strike zone rather than in the middle of the strike zone. And right there, excellent execution, and it finished up in a perfect spot.
Perdomo at second. Marte over at first with 1 away. Swings through the fastball up in the zone.
Cold night like tonight, last thing you want to do as a hitter is get jammed or even off the...
Acuna fires to first in time. Now the Diamondbacks lineup as put together by Torey Lovullo. In that leadoff spot, a guy they're looking to get going, Jake McCarthy.
Yeah, and for some reason, he's really struggled this year with runners in scoring position, Boog. I mean, he's hitting under 200 at nose at bats, and your team needs you to come through if they're going to be able to raise that average in terms of runs per game. And when that's the case, it really gets in your head a little bit, and you start wanting to avoid pressure situations. If you're doing that, your career is going to go downhill. He's got to find a way to treat it like any other at bat, but that's obviously easier said than done.
No ball, 2 strikes.
2 outs. Oof. That one went straight back and got our ump right in the mask. Let's hope he's okay. Got him swinging. 1 run in the inning, but they lead 2. On to the bottom of the first. It's the Diamondbacks 1 and the Mets nothing. Back here in Queens. And towing the slab, Brandon Pfaadt, having a pretty ridiculous season so far, Singy.
Yeah, you see there with the sub-2 ERA, very dependable guy, and he's been pretty much lights out so far this season. So, you know, when a guy like this takes the mound, I'm expecting to watch him get into a rhythm quickly and just move through a ball game. Sometimes you can see some big strikeouts. Other times it's hard to even know he's there because the innings go so quickly.
Brandon Nimmo leading things off and takes a strike.
He starts him with the fastball, and that's a pitch that's right in his wheelhouse. You need to be careful against him with that one.
Fastball is outside. Ground ball nailer. And he takes it himself for the out.
Batting second.
There's a Mets lineup now. This is a ball club that can really slug. Lots of homers, lots of extra base hits. And Chris, that of course a huge part of success in the standings for this group.
Well, if you're going to be successful in today's game, you've got to be able to hit the ball over the fence. Just defensively, very hard to find the holes. And when you're talking about guys, you know, coming out of the bullpen, throwing 95 and above, very difficult. It's hard to string together 2, 3, 4 hits to score those runs. So definitely critical to hit those homers, get the extra base knocks, and that's exactly what they've been doing.
Now, power is such a big part of the success that we see with the good teams in the league right now, and even in the postseason. Now a screamer into the outfield, and there's 2 away.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it, but in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
This one popped up. Foul ground, first base side. Naylor makes the grab, and that'll end the inning. Mets go down quickly. They trail here 1-0. Top of the second. Now the D-backs catcher, Adrian Del Castillo.
Del
Castillo with a homer in his last game. Senga back to work.
Man, I mean, nice job just presenting it to be better than it actually was.
Yeah, big swing and a miss. Patrick Johnson behind the plate.
Patty Johnson is some big, but I'd ask permission first before I called him that. Does a pretty good job back there. Occasionally we'll see a couple of sideways looks from players, but that kind of comes with the territory, right?
Swing and a pop-up in foul ground. Puts it away for the out. And there's one down. What about some no-nos? Like, you can't call the umpire blue the way you do in Little League or high school, right?
Yeah, even in the minor leagues, you'll learn quickly. You call the umpire blue. You better learn his name. And that's just part of being a professional player and even a major league player.
Randall Grichuk stands in now and watches strike 1. 1 out, base is empty. That's inside. 1-1. As the game has moved along, we see more and more information supplied by teams about the umpires. I've been in clubhouses where they have pictures of all 4 umpires, nicknames, hometowns, and as well hobbies listed, just so you can kind of small talk the umpire a little bit.
That's great.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. 1 down, base is empty. Got him looking. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one.
Well, he's got great strikeout stuff on the mound, doesn't he? I mean, double-digit strikeouts in his last start, and he's just racking them up again in this one. This guy can really dominate a game out there. Not a fun assignment for any lineup.
Here's Lourdes Gurriel Jr. 2 outs, base is empty. And down on strikes. He's notched 4 strikeouts now. Diamondbacks down quickly, but they still lead it 1-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. Bottom of the second. And stepping in for New York, Francisco Alvarez. This is a guy who is very highly regarded defensively. Fun to watch him control stuff behind the plate. Good game caller. Good at framing. But it's that big arm that really stands out. And he was nowhere near that one for strike 1.
Yeah, and because he's got the big arm, he pays attention to the running game and is sure to manage it.
That misses, and now it's even 1-1.
When you have a catcher that can throw like that, a pitcher doesn't have to worry as much about the slide step. He can keep his mechanics intact and have a better opportunity of getting that hitter out with a swing and miss. Well, his hot hitting continues. He's been getting great results lately. Just kept it simple. Played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down.
Luis Angel Acuna getting ready to hit. And that gets the top of the zone for a strike. Tying run is at first here in the second game of the series. This one chopped on the ground, but foul. Fights it off. He'll see another.
That's a ball.
In the dirt. Runner holds. Count goes to 1-2. Runner at first with no outs here. Swing and a ball lifted in the air, shallow left field, and it falls. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. That's a ball that a lot of times you'll see the shortstop or left fielder be able to get to if it hangs up in the air long enough. But right there, it just died and found a way to drop in on the green stuff, a base hit.
Ground ball, and that's through the infield. Here comes Alvarez around third. He'll score. We're tied at 1.
Well done. Drives in the run. Timing on the swing was good. Able to shoot the ball up the middle. Didn't square it up as much as he probably would have liked, but that's a good approach, paying off.
So runners at the corners, nobody out. And now it's Jose Siri.
I'm liking what I've seen from him at the dish lately, averaging more than 2 hits per game in his last 5.
That one back up the middle, and it gets through. Runner from third comes across, and it's an RBI single. It's 2-1.
Well, he gets it done in a big spot to get the run across. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
First and second, no outs. And next for the Mets, Brett Beatty.
He's been on fire at the dish lately. Hits in each of the last 6 games.
And that's pushed foul off to the left and out of play. Marte Over to Perdomo. That's one. How about that double play?
Oh, man, what a smooth double
Batting
play.
up.
That was
The
a
right
thing of
fielder.
beauty from start to finish.
Taylor.
Here's a speed threat, Tyrone Taylor. That one's upstairs, ball one. Swing and a line drive. That's a base hit out of the right center. McNeil scores. It's an RBI single. It's 3-1.
Comes through with the RBI. Nice job of driving that pitch the other way on a line. You know, hitters, they take so many reps in the cages working on going to the opposite field, and it doesn't always translate into the game, but right there it did, and he did it perfectly. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Back to the top of the lineup. Here's Brandon Nimmo. Out to center. McCarthy settles under it. And that is that. 3 runs for him here, and they move ahead. We played 2 full. It's the Mets 3 and the Diamondbacks 1. And we're back. New inning getting started. And now Jake McCarthy.
Well, after putting up a nice inning on offense, got some runs across, this is where you look for the starter to go out there, have a shutdown inning. Don't give that other team any hope. You just hope that he can get through this inning, get the bats back up there while they're hot.
That clips the inside corner for a strike.
Man, this guy's got a great feel for his breaking ball today.
Center field. Siri in position. And there's one down.
The batter, number 2.
Next to hit, Geraldo Perdomo. 1 for 1 with a single so far. The shortstop takes the ball. And that one fouled off. And it's fouled away. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. He picks up his 5th strikeout on the hill.
Man, that slider bearing in on your hands like that, it's just so tough to fight off. It's kind of like a cutter and just can eat you up, saw you off. I'll tell you what, hitters have nightmares about that pitch. Perfectly executed out there on the mound.
Marte in the box with 2 gone and takes a look at a called strike. That one misses. Ball 1.
1-1.
Here's a high fly ball out to center. Siri brings it in for the 3rd out. As we go to the last of the 3rd, and stepping in for New York, Mark Vientos. And first offering is fouled off.
Well, these Mets doing a good job of simply getting the bat on the ball in this game, and the numbers back that up. And here's a stat for you, Boog. They're making contact with more than 85% of the pitches that they're swinging at. It's pretty special stuff. Not so good if you're out there on the mound.
Up next for the Mets, the designated hitter, Pete.
So man aboard, and now it's the polar bear, Pete Alonso. Popped out and fouled ground first time through. Worm burner into the outfield for a knock. The throw in. Not in time. He's safe. So runners at the corners. Nobody out. Alvarez digs in now. Line drive. Nabs it. Runner tags for home. He'll score the sac fly, and they're up by 3.
Good piece of hitting right there. He's thinking off the bat, that's getting down for extra bases, but nice job of the outfielder running it down, making the catch. Still comes away with the sac fly, though, RBI.
And stepping in is the speedy Luis Angel Acuna. Singled and scored his first time. That one lifted to left. Gurriel handles the chance, and there's 2 away.
Good pitch. He just kind of had him out in front on that pitch away and wasn't able to stay closed.
And now here's Jeff McNeil.
Number 1, second baseman, Jeff McNeil.
Swing and a ball drilled in the air towards right center field. Carroll settles under it and makes the catch. And that will end the inning. 1 run, a pair of hits, no errors, and 1 left on. 3 innings complete. It's the Mets 4 and the Diamondbacks 1. Back here at Citi Field. And the batter now, Eugenio Suarez. And that is cut on and missed. It's 0-1.
Over 80% of his first pitches are strikes. When you're doing that, you could have a really good day out there on the mound.
Foul ball there. And down on strikes he goes. So he picks up his 6th strikeout of the ball game.
Wow, short work to send him packing to start the inning, and no messing around either. All 3 pitches were in the strike zone, attack mode all the way, and that's pretty impressive given the pop he was dealing with at the plate.
Naylor takes a ball as he stands in for the 2nd time. Next offering is fouled back. The other way, takes it in for the out.
Up next to the Diamondbacks.
2 down, bases empty. This is Corbin Carroll. He was a strikeout victim his first time. And there's a strike. Foul ball. And that one upstairs, ball 1. See ya! Strikes him out for the 2nd time today. Nothing doing for Arizona, and they trail it 4-1. Back here in Queens, ready to go for the last half of the inning. And stepping in for New York, Jose Siri. Up the middle, finds his way through, base hit, and the leadoff man aboard.
The third baseman,
Digging in,
7,
Brett Beatty. He's 0 for 1. Runner takes off, pitch in for a strike. Throw, save! That was close, but StatCast shows us why he so often seems to be on the safe side of these steal attempts, Chris.
Yeah, you see that plus speed, and he needed every last bit of it to swipe that bag. Such a threat on the bases.
Lined, and that's a base hit. Rounds 3rd, headed for the plate. He'll score easily, and it's an RBI single, and they lead by 4.
Does a great job of letting that runner steal second base, get into scoring position, come through with the base knock. You add a run.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Brandon Pfaadt gives way, and this is one he'd like to forget. Back with a new arm after this. Gilbert Diaz Diaz taking over on the mound. He's making his 4th appearance of the season. And here is Tyrone Taylor. RBI single his last time up. And first offering is fouled off. One on, nobody out, a run in. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. Fought off foul. Line to left. Gurriel handles the chance. So the lineup flips over. Now the left fielder, Brandon Nimmo. 0 for 2 in this one. Up the middle. That's a base hit. And now 2 aboard. And his hitting streak continues. There have been almost no bad days for him in the past month.
This guy's running hot, Boog, and people around the league are paying serious attention to this streak now, especially the pitchers that are trying to slow him down.
And the batter now, Mark Vientos. Line drive to short and caught. Throw behind the runner. They've got him doubled off. But the RBI single pushes across a run. It's now 5-1. This is MLB The Show's Game of the Week. Coming up, we head to the 5th. Welcome back as we take a look at how today's starting pitchers have fared so far. Senga back to work. Just missed. Del Castillo, 25 years old, and he's been on a good run at the plate, hitting over 300 in his last 10 games.
He's been raking in recent games, and a big reason why, getting ahead in counts. He's been able to do that consistently, and you see the results.
Liner caught at second.
That at bat is a positive sign, even though it probably doesn't feel like it. He hit the ball hard, but it doesn't always work out in your favor. Sometimes a defender is there to make a play.
And next is the Diamondbacks DH. Randall Grichuk struck out looking his first time. Right through there for a strike.
0-1.
Base is empty, 1 away, and we're at the top of the 5th. And that is out of play.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball, slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Out to short. Fires across the diamond. And a couple of quick outs.
Now batting, left fielder, Lourdes Gurriel.
2 outs, base is empty. Lourdes Gurriel Jr. will hit next. Struck out swinging his first time. And that drops in for a strike. Late on that fastball.
More and more guys are looking to slug regardless of the count. In this situation, we'll keep a close eye on his approach.
2 down, nobody on. Swings and hits one in the air out towards right field. And that'll do it. We head to the bottom of the 5th. Here's Pete Alonso. He's not going to get cheated up. there.
No, he's not. He's looking to do damage with every swing he takes.
A swing and a miss as he chases way out of the zone.
Well, these Mets doing a good job of putting the ball into play, and that makes things more challenging on the defensive side. Double-digit hits and 0 strikeouts.
No balls,
I don't know
strikes.
which of those is more impressive, but especially in today's game, that's something they can feel very good about.
That's to third. And it gets by him.
I'd say a mistake pitch in an 0-2 count. Too good of a pitch to hit right there. You have to expand the zone. Keep that leadoff man off first base.
Man at first, Francisco Alvarez. Now at the plate. Grounder might be 2. Slings to second. Plenty of time at first. That's a double play.
They made that double play look so easy, but it was far from routine. That's the one thing about big leaguers. They make tough plays look simple.
Luis Angel Acuna up now for the Mets. 1 for 2. Ground ball left side. And foul ball. 2 down, nobody on. Last half of inning number 5. There's a swing and a miss.
That front door slider is such a devastating pitch. You don't want to get beat by the inside fastball, so you cheat a little bit, and then by the time it gets there, it's out of the swing play.
And the 0-2. On the ground, out to short. Perdomo on to first. Third out, and that ends the frame. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. 5 innings complete. It's the Mets 5 and the Diamondbacks 1. And welcome back to the ballpark. Start of the 6th, John Shambi with Chris Singleton. And leading off, Jake McCarthy. He swings and fouls one off.
A little tardy on that fastball. Is going to have to get it going a little quicker. Get that front foot down.
Swing and a ground ball. And that one handled. Fires to first on the run. In time. Got him.
Good slider inside right there. Batter fighting to get there. Just rolled over it. Got the ground ball.
Geraldo Perdomo, the next to hit. Just missed. The D-backs down by 4, and we're the top half of the 6th. Right through there for a strike. So a foul ball makes it 1-2.
Oh, I think the key, I mean, if he can get through one more inning, anything after that, a hitter or 2 is bonus, but they should be lined up good enough to get to the finish line.
Chris, third time through the order, and a couple of quick outs for the starter.
Yeah, he's been very frugal today, economical with the pitch count.
Here's Ketel Marte. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly. Still finds a way to get off a throw. The throw won't get there in time, and the defense comes away with nothing. So a man at first. Now up next for Arizona, Eugenio Suarez. That one fouled off. Marte leads off first with 2 down to the inning. And that drops in for a strike.
0-2.
On the ground, right side. In plenty of time to first. That's the 3rd out. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 left. 6, 7, 8, 2 in the bottom of the 6th. It's the Mets 5 and the Diamondbacks 1. Bottom of the 6th. Now it's the second baseman, Jeff McNeil.
Steal.
Ripped to third and caught.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting the line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
And that one is lifted in the air. Carroll moving under it. Snags it for the second out.
The third baseman, number 7, Brett.
Now, Brett Beatty. In the air, out towards left center. McCarthy makes the catch, and the inning is over.
Now pitching from
Welcome
the
back. We're in the 7th. We have a new
Number
pitcher on the
71.
mound. Sean Reed Foley.
And he's got a nice lead to work with, so he should come in throwing strikes, attacking these hitters.
Here's Josh Naylor, a former first-round pick, and he's really turned into a nice everyday player. Pitch misses inside. Ball 1. And another ball. Next offering in there for a strike. 2 balls and a strike.
In this situation, you expect the batters to be a little more patient, possibly take until they get a strike. With that, you don't want to miss your opportunity to get ahead early in the count. He didn't right there.
And a 3-2. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. Short hop liner, handled it short. Now a jump throw on the money. Nice play.
The right fielder, number 7, Kodai Senga.
And now here is Corbin Carroll, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. And first offering is fouled off. Base is empty, 1 away. Here in the top half of inning number 7. And that one sliced foul.
Well, he missed a hittable off-speed pitch right there. Not sure exactly with the timing. Sometimes you get a backup breaking ball. You're expecting it to make its move at the end. It never does, and you're tied up.
Some high cheese for strike 3.
Well, tough night at the dish. Punching out for the 3rd time right there. He just hasn't looked very comfortable at the plate. A little unsure of his timing right now. Not picking up the spin and location of these pitches. He'll have some adjustments to make.
Del Castillo, the batter now, as he swings and misses for strike 1.
Now, this manager knows that his players are just trying to do too much. Everybody needs to just take a deep breath, relax.
And he can't come up with it. Still able to fire over. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. Diamondbacks down quickly. They're down here 5-1. And we're back. And now the right fielder, Tyrone Taylor. We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has it. But pushing the offense aside for just a second, Chris, it's the defensive side that I think the speed factors in the most. Swing and a ball lifted in the air. Carroll brings it in with a nice running grab.
Now back.
Well, those can be pretty fun as an outfielder. Got to put it into his highest gear and go a long way to track that one down. Nothing better than that. You feel like a wide receiver playing football.
Popped up to the left, into foul ground, near the fence. Has room, and he makes the catch.
Now batting, the first baseman, Mark Vientos.
2 down, bases empty. So up next for New York, Mark Vientos. 1 for 3. And there's a foul ball. And foul ball.
I wouldn't say the game's close right now, but it's not out of reach either. I mean, these guys really need to put up a 0 on the board just to maintain a little hope.
This one in the air. And that is that. Down in order go the Mets. They're up 5-1.
Now pitching for
Welcome
the New
back,
York
and a new
Mets,
arm on the mound to start the 8th.
number
Ryan
55.
Stanek.
Ron Stanek.
And now Randall Grichuk.
Leading off for
The
Arizona,
Diamondbacks
the
in
designated
striking
hitter,
distance,
Randall
but have some work to do.
Grichuk.
Boog, it starts with the leadoff man. Need a good at-bat out of him right here.
In there at the knees, and that is strike 1. Stanek, 33 years old, and they went out and made a trade for him last season. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Now 1 away.
First strikeout for him in this one. That splitter is maybe the go-to pitch when he's looking for a swing and miss like that. He throws it quite a bit, and that's a good example of the effect it can have on a hitter.
Gurriel up for the 3rd time here. Watches that one miss. The Mets leading by 4, and we're at the top of the 8th. Check swing, and he went. And the count 1-1. One down, base is empty. Late that time, and it's strike 2.
That was straight queso right there.
Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Very strong coming out of the pen so far as he punches out the first 2 batters he's faced in this one, getting straight to work. Man, it's talked about a lot, but relievers are just so electric these days. These aren't fun at bats if you're a hitter. I'm so glad I'm retired.
McCarthy in the box now. No balls and a strike. That one finds the zone, and it's 0-2.
That split is a pretty nasty pitch. Explodes out of the hand. Looks like a fastball, and the bottom just falls out of it.
Swing and a miss. And he strikes out the side here in the 8th.
Impeccable command in that one. 3 batters, 3 strikeouts. That's electric stuff out there on the mound.
Bottom of the inning. So now here's the Mets. DH, Pete Alonso. Diaz back to work. Swing and a ball driven pretty well out towards left center. McCarthy hauls it in, and there's 1 away.
Woo, he was all over that first pitch fastball. Just barely missed it. Man, this guy was ready to hit.
Next is the cleanup hitter for the Mets, Francisco Alvarez. At 96, that pitch is in for a strike. Try to get him to chase on the changeup that time. High fly ball lifted in the air right field. Carroll pulls that one down, and there's 2 down.
Now batting, the shortstop, Luis Angel.
And next for the Mets, Luis Angel Acuna. First pitch misses. Strike on the inside corner.
I got a ball, 1 strike.
Back up the, oh, that got him. Safe at first, and now after the play, we'll check on the right-hander status. Catcher coming out to check on him. It looked like it got him on his back leg. So you'll wonder if that might be a problem for him in terms of pushing off the rubber.
Yeah, it's a great point, and we'll have to see how he looks. But to me, it appears he's moving pretty well. I think it's just going to sting for a while, but hopefully nothing more.
Runner at first with 2 away. Jeff McNeil stands in. Inside corner, and that's called a strike. Here's the pitch. Runner goes. That's in for a strike. Throws. Save. That's a stolen base.
Here's what I think the manager's thinking right now. Today, we're not driving the ball. It's hard to get extra base hits. We've got to make something happen to get a runner into scoring position. That stolen base, excellent call. Now, all it takes is perhaps a single to put a run on the board.
Left field. Gurriel has it sized up. He makes the grab. And that ends the inning. Mets strand 1. They lead this one, though, 5-1. We're back, and on the mound is the closer, Edwin Diaz.
Well, he's a big-time strikeout guy out there. This season, averaging more than 1 per inning.
Stepping in is the switch-hitting shortstop, Geraldo Perdomo. Swing and a miss, and it's 0-1.
He can live up in the zone all game if hitters will chase it. That's just too much velocity. Hitters got to look down in the zone.
Swings and misses. 0-2 now. Caught him looking for the K.
Well, he's going to have some thinking to do when he leaves the ballpark after this one. That was his 3rd strikeout, and this one looking, obviously, so he's been a little overmatched. He's got to find a way just to be more competitive up there at the plate.
So digging in, Ketel Marte. That's in there, and that's strike 1. Yeah, that's fouled off. Swings and misses. And they're down to their last out.
This is definitely what a team likes to see out of their closer. Come in and just destroy all hope. First 2 batters, 2 strikeouts. See if he can strike out the side.
Eugenio Suarez stands in now for the Diamondbacks. The 0-1.
Ball. 1-1.
And a swing and a miss.
Threw that fastball right by him, slightly elevated. That's a confidence boost for this guy out there on the mound. See if he continues to climb the ladder.
Got him, and that's the ball game.
Every night they come to play, and they've racked up a really impressive win streak to this point. To win this many games in a row, you have to be at least a little lucky, but more than that, you have to execute. We're seeing that from them right now.
5-1 is how it ends. For Chris Singleton and our entire crew here at MLB The Show, thanks for stopping by the Game of the Week. I'm John Shammy. We'll talk to you soon.